All right, so I'm like really fucking annoyed. I started reading the endings and I was like, wow, these are crazy. And I was like, I went to pee, came back while I'm uploading. Was it part 10? I think. Yeah, part 10. And I fucking hope it's still uploading. It says it is, but my whole computer fucking froze. I mean, it crashed earlier just trying to play the game. Okay, I'm gonna record this. I started reading the endings to Heavy Rain, and there's a fuckload of them, and they're fucking brutal. They've got like Ethan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 endings. Madison only has 3. But I started reading them. I was like, wow, these are fucking dark as shit. But I want to kind of go over them and talk about my thoughts of the game. So let's go over the endings real quick. So for me, I got a new start. You know, so Ethan and Sean moving a new home together. You know, they're gonna be around. They're happy, right? But Ethan has so many endings. So one of its ending, Ethan Graves, or Ethan's grave. Fucking A. So Ethan dies, but Sean lives. Sean cries over his grave, and you can see Madison and or Scott in the background if they survived. A new life. If Ethan survives and is not in prison, Sean survives, and him and Madison get together. Basically, it implies that they're married and that they're all super happy. Blah blah blah. There's one where if Ethan survives and is not in prison, but Sean dies, and he never gets with Madison. He sits in a motel room and he shoots himself in the head. It's like, wow, that's dark. I mean, I get the game's kind of dark, but still. Another one is Ethan survives, Sean dies, but he's with Madison. She basically tries to console him at his grave, tell him they can start a new life together and stuff. And he tells her to wait for him. She turns to leave, and he shoots himself in the head in front of her at the grave. There's another one where freaking Ethan's arrested and Sean dies because if you get arrested twice, you just can't escape anymore. Because remember, I read that before. Anyways, he hangs himself in his prison cell. And then innocent is Ethan's in prison, but Sean is saved by somebody else. He's released from prison, and it implies that him and his ex-wife are getting back together with their kid Sean, which is kind of wild. So I read through those. I didn't read through any of the others. I just kind of was like, wow, there's a lot, and these are dark. So Madison has 3. Madison dies. We saw that one where they're really indifferent. Apparently, if Ethan is alive, he used to be in the background. I completely missed that if he's in the background. If she reaches the warehouse and Sean survives, but Ethan and her never get together, it's her on the talk show instead of, in mine, the FBI guy. And then she's at a book signing for her book, Heavy Rain, where she hears about a more ferocious adversary, but the person's not there when she looks up. I'm guessing that means it was probably Shelby because he's not caught in that one. Square one. She survives but doesn't reach the warehouse and never kisses Ethan. She basically goes insane. Her insomnia gets worse, and the guys that try to murder her when she's introduced are showing up again, like in her dreams, which are all fucked up. All right, so Jaden. There's more of these. These are actually kind of a lot longer. So Norman dies. Because that is Norman. That's the character. Captain Perry invites Carter Blake to Norman's funeral. Blake declines. What? Blake keeps his Airy glasses. And then he sees Norman in the simulated environment.
Turn around.
Wow, that's weird. So the super glasses, apparently, it implies his overuse. His personality is uploaded into it as a digital ghost. That's fucking wild. So Norman and Sean survive, but Norman does not reach the warehouse, which is not the one I got as well. So he resigns to the FBI to live a normal life. He can keep the Airy glasses because a newer model will be coming out. It'll be standard issue. He declines it, saying they won't help him in the real world, and he places the desk on the glass on the desk. These are not as bad. So this is the one where he saves this hero, throws a trip grenade down the toilet. Mini Shakespeare. So essentially, wow, that's like one of the better endings for him, and it implies he has brain damage. That's fucking terrible. It's basically saying he used the Airy too much and the Tripto, so he's fucking fucked up now. Norman survives, does not reach the warehouse. Sean dies. He's in an area of environment without the glasses, and he's super guilty. And he just talks about how the drugs fucking him up. What the fuck? So it basically says that there's a person talking about what happened, and it's like a off-screen voice, and it's Jaden's voice, but it's coming from the RE glasses, and Jaden's on the floor of the motel room ODing. So that's yeah. So the best version for him is he gets brain damage. That's fucking terrible. This game is dark as shit. Shelby only has 3. Scott dies. Lauren stands at Scott's grave. She damns him for his action, spits on his grave, and walks away. If Lauren is dead, it was so John Shepard's grave, and later Scott's. Yeah, I didn't save Lauren. Both Scott and Lauren survive. Lauren confronts Scott on the street and honors her promise to her son by shooting him. Not a bad ending, but I mean, she's going away from murder at that point. Scott survives, Lauren dies. Scott walks through a crowded, rainy street, getting away with all of his crimes. That's fucking sad as shit, too. So, yeah, a lot of this is pretty sad and depressing. The game has an interesting story. It's got some twists and turns, but it's got problems. Don't show me things that aren't actually happening unless that is a theme in your game. What fucking game did that so well? That was that shooter where you're in, like, Dubai. Spec Ops The Line does that really well, where you don't know that the whole time your guy's seeing shit that's not there or not actually happening. I was controlling Shelby the entire time in that fucking, like, typewriter repair shop. That's like a bullshit twist, I feel like, that he killed the guy, and that not that someone snuck in and did it and then got out. That threw me off his scent the hardest, and it feels like just bullshit. I don't know. The game, it was made for the PlayStation Move controller thing, I get, or whatever it was with the 6-axis controller, or whatever it's called. But it's frustrating that I had to do that with my mouse, and it's like it's not registering my mouse, because like, so my desk is like here, and kind of here, it's an L shape, and so I'm using my mouse, and I'm going like this, but it's seeing me as I'm doing it like this for some reason. It doesn't work. A lot of the like hold this key or this key. I mean, it's a lot harder on a keyboard to match key inputs on the screen. I feel like anyway. I don't know. Overall, this is a game worth playing. If you get it at the price I did, I think it said like 10 hours, and I Alt F4'd a few times, so it probably didn't keep my stuff. It's still really frustrating, though, that, like, I don't know. It felt like I couldn't authentically figure out who was doing it without completely ignoring, major stuff that was happening. I'm trying to see right now if that video is still uploading. Yeah, I have to cancel it and redo it because it's not working. So, this is kind of a short video. There's a bunch of other stuff. There's no, I don't ever see myself really playing this again unless I'm having someone else play it so that they can experience. It's frustrating when you don't know what you're doing. Like I see that I can do these inputs over here. I don't know what my character is going to do, though. So it's not like I'm making a choice. I'm just like, which one do I think will get my character to do something I want them to do? Vice, making the actual decision, hey, I want to escape this way or move this way. I mean, half the time, the movement controls didn't work with where the camera was, so I'd be hitting left and my character's running straight forward for some reason. It's probably good for its time. Dated as fuck now. The facial animations all the time are like, they talk all crazy looking like an insane person. But yes, that's my thoughts. I'm fucking done with the series. I have like 10 I keep saying that I have a lot of projects that I want to work on. Video from across the obelisk. A short video where I show how I was raging at a game. I literally like screamed in my hands. I was so mad at a game. I have that one I kind of want to do. And I don't. We'll see. It's 9:30 in the morning, which means if I want to get 8 hours of sleep before I get up for work, I have to go to bed now. But I've been awake for about 2.5 hours because I passed the fuck out. So I'm gonna have a terrible fucking day today. Hope everyone's day goes better. This is kind of like my little. That's what I thought. I'll probably wait between playing the next David Cage game because that was just frustrating. Or whatever his fucking name is. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll do a new video soon. I'll probably do the Modern Warfare 2 campaign because I've been meaning to do that. And something else. I don't know. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed it. And